Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel today everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the next Disney World video that I'm doing. And we've already talked about the top 5 favorite attractions at Magic Kingdom. We already talked about my top 5 favorite attractions at Epcot. Today we're doing my top 5 favorite attractions at Animal Kingdom. This is a bit interesting because Animal Kingdom has some stuff I really love, and then there's just some stuff I just like. But this is an interesting park, so let's just get into it. Now for me, when I first went on this ride, I thought it was absolutely amazing, and when I went on the second time, I was blown away by it. I just thought that the visuals were absolutely amazing, that it was just so breathtaking taking it in, and it was just a massive event that made the entire land of Pandora incredible and made me kind of excited more for the Avatar sequels that are coming. And I'm just excited. I'm just excited for the Pandora sequels. I'm excited for what future projects Pandora is making for Disney World. The only problem that I have with this ride is that it's so beautiful and that it made me nauseous. I know that sounds weird, but that's just how it was. It made me nauseous. I could not. I almost threw up, but I survived. But I don't know if I'll go on that ride again, but I still love it. That's why it's at number 5 on the list. Now for me, I would probably say that this is more of an enjoyable ride, attraction for a show, but I actually could say that this is actually one of their best things. Just because the design of the whole waiting line and the design of the theater, it just makes it seem like you're in an actual anthill. And then while you're waiting in line, you see all these different types of Animal Kingdom stuff around you. It's just fun to look at and just a fun sightseeing. And as you're sitting in the row, when it's time to leave, bugs are leaving, and you feel like little things on your butt. It's just a little cute, funny thing. Flick also looks good when he pokes his head out. And then the show itself is pretty good, especially the way they do the special effects with the spraying water and stuff. Overall, I thought it was a good show. Not the best one, but I did really like it, and I thought that it had some pretty good sightseeing and a very reliable. Now this was a ride that I was just blown away by. Normally when I go to Animal Kingdom, I don't really go for thrill rides. That's mostly Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, or Epcot because of Mine Train and Test Track. But this ride is probably one of the best roller coasters I've ever rode in Disney World, ever. And really just the reason why I love Mount Everest so much is because it's really just how extreme it is. The way it's just so intense and the way the thrills are just amazing. And when it goes down and you're like in the dark and you feel like you're screaming on the top of your lungs, but it's like everyone else is screaming and it's like you can't hear yourself screaming. And if a ride is able to do that, I'm extremely satisfied and I absolutely love it. So if I'm going on a roller coaster and I can't hear myself screaming, that just means that it works. it's one of the best Disney rides ever. So I love Mount Everest. Now this is a show that might be biased for me because if you know me, I'm a huge Lion King fan. I love The Lion King. It's my favorite Disney animated movie of all time. And I mostly come to the park because of Lion King stuff, but let's be honest, Disney World doesn't have a lot of Lion King stuff. The only thing that they have is the show. They used to have that other show in Epcot, but then they took it down for that Earth show. And then all they have is just Lion King toys with Simba and Nala, Baby Simba, Rafiki, Timon and Pumbaa. Like, I mean, I'm glad they have toys, but I want more Lion King stuff. I want more stuff to see. I want more shows. I want to ride. I want all that. But the Lion King show was just great. It's just one of the classic shows that I love going to. Every time I go to it, I just have a lot of fun just going back to the world of Lion King. The songs, just spending time with my family is just absolutely fantastic. And even though it wasn't the same as I went in August, as I've seen it the other times I've seen it, it was very good. And I have to say it's probably my favorite time I've been at the Lion King show, even though it was very different than the last times I've seen it. But I just love the songs. I love going back to the world of Lion King. They do it fantastically. They make you heartfelt. It make it tense. It makes it laugh out loud. It makes it cry. It's just a perfect show to watch at Disney World at Animal Kingdom. And I just love it. Alright, so now we're going to talk about some other attractions that are around the park. The first one is going to be the riverboat ride in Animal Kingdom Avatar Land, or Pandora. I do like this ride. I think it's pretty beautiful. I think that the way they kind of explore some new parts of Pandora in this ride is pretty cool with the outrider looking creatures, and you get to see like the queen avatar creature mother thing doing her wiseness things. That's fun. And then also anything that you have to go see with like monkeys, tigers, bears, hippos, all that stuff, I of course like to see. I mostly like to see the hippos just because they're underwater, and when they're underwater they do interesting things, though most of the time I've been going to see them, they've just been sleeping. But hey, that's what hippos are. They're lazy, and all they do is sleep, eat watermelons, and chase after people if they mess with them. Because trust me, they're fast. Anyway, let's get back to the video and let's talk about my number one now. For me, this has always been my favorite ride of all time, just because I feel like every time I go on it, there's always something different that's happening. Because normally you think that, because normally, every time I go there, I always usually don't see cheetahs, because they're always blending in with the environment. I always never really see elephants, because they're always just standing there, or eating tree branches. I mostly just see lions on a rock, but this time we didn't get to see them because they were in the laboratory, not being experimented on, but like being health wanted. I sometimes see hippos. Sometimes little baby hippos are playing with their grandpa, or they're just sleeping. I sometimes see crocodiles, or alligators, whatever you like to call them. So overall, but this time in Disney World, when I went to there for the elephants, it was insane, because I thought it was just gonna be the same, but it just kept going on because we kept seeing more elephants standing there. We got to see more of them, and then we heard that they were at the water hole, and I was like, oh no. The water hole is, no, that's scary. We're going into the river now. You want us to get run over? No. And then we see this elephant. We're right behind it, and he's peeing well, I don't know if it's a girl. It's peeing and it's pooping at the same time, and I'm like, ugh. And it was just the grossest thing. And that's the best part about the ride, is that because you're on a safari, different things happen each time you go, and that's the fun part about it. And that sometimes different things happen, sometimes new things happen, and it's like something happens all the time, and it's like it's not just the same thing like other rides where it's mechanical and they just do the same thing. It's different because, you know, rides tend to do that. But with this, you're taking live action. It's real life, so they can do anything at any moment in time. So I think that's very cool and profound. So that's really my list of all of the Disney Animal Kingdom attractions, rides, shows, all of that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is Marvel6, my TikTok name is RollinFan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my badge section so you can follow me on all social medias. I'm also on Letterboxd. It's the same as Instagram, Marvel_6_, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.